Hello everyone, welcome to episode number 43 of Get Real with Rajiv. Like every single week, we're going to be answering 4 questions, and today I'm going to be the voice of your questions, so I'm going to read out the questions that I've received for this week. The first question is from Ravindra Singh, and he asks, I have team members who have spent 20 years with me, but they are least productive and reluctant to improve. How do I handle them? Well, Ravindra Singh, firstly, thank you so much for asking such a question, which I know a lot of entrepreneurs can relate with. Well, let me tell you something. Many entrepreneurs grapple with guilt when it comes to handling their older staff, because these staff members who've been with them for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, or 20 years would have contributed in the beginning stages of the business. But today, they rest on their past laurels, they sit in their comfort zone, and they resist any form of change. Now, in such a situation, the entrepreneur feels that they are stuck in a dilemma. They don't know whether should I fire such a person because this person is a barrier for the growth of the business, or should I just live with such a person and allow such a person to hijack my business and resist any form of growth or changes. Well, all I would say, Ravindra, is the first step for you to free yourself of your guilt is to reach out and have a one-to-one conversation with such people. When you sit down and have a one-to-one conversation with such people and ask them questions and genuinely give them the feedback that you have for them in terms of what they've done well in the past, but how just resting on their past laurels is not effective, and how today they are creating this resistance to change, you need to have a heartfelt, authentic conversation with you. The good thing about these old employees is that they're emotionally connected to you. So if they have a genuine intent, they will be open to such feedback. But if you see that they are not open to such feedback and they are not willing to change, you extend your hand in terms of providing them training, providing them mentoring. Now, when you extend your hand and they are not willing to take that hand and come forward, then please know that you don't have to feel guilty anymore, because you've done your bit. You've communicated to them, you've acknowledged them for their past contribution, you've made an emotional appeal to them to step up and change with changing times. You've extended support to train them, mentor them, enhance their skills, enhance their knowledge, rework their attitude. You've done your piece of the bargain. But if they're not willing to grab that hand and come up, then please know that you need to let such people go, because they want to sit in their comfort zone, bask in the glory of the past, and create a hindrance for the future of the organization. And whether you like it or not, Ravindra Singh, no individual is bigger than an organization. So our job as entrepreneurs is to reach out, make that appeal, extend that support. Their job is to grab that support and change with changing times. If they are not willing to do it, then you're completely justified and fair in letting such people go respectfully. If they create a ruckus and a chaos, that's just a reflection of their character and their behavior. But you got to sleep guilt-free because you reached out, you extended support, and they were not willing to take it. I hope you find value in this answer, Ravindra, and I hope a lot of entrepreneurs watching this find value in this answer. With that, let's move on to the second question. The second question is from Pallavi Das, and she asks, I'm an online seller of bedsheets and have a team of resellers that work with me. I'm worried about my business. Will my business grow once the lockdown is lifted? What else should I do to get more business? Well, 2 answers to your question, Pallavi. The first question is this. You are asking me the question, will my business grow once the lockdown is lifted? My answer to you is, why are you even second guessing yourself? Please understand this. Consumption of every product and every service will continue once the lockdown is lifted. Ask yourself, will people stop wearing bed sheets after the lockdown is lifted? No, they will not stop wearing bed sheets. Probably the spend per customer may reduce, but people are still going to continue to buy bed sheets. Now, the question you need to ask yourself is, are you reaching out to enough people so that you're making up for the loss in the spend per customer by increasing the volume and the number of customers you're bagging? So if anything at this point of time, you shouldn't be sitting in worry, my friend, because worry kills you more than the actual problem. I've said this 100 times before, that most people get stuck in worry, and that worry actually kills them more than the actual problem. Now is actually the time for you to prepare so that you market yourself increase your reach, increase your audience, and get more new customers. You may not get repeat business. People may spend lesser money, but there's someone who's spending money. The question you need to constantly keep asking yourself is, are they spending money with me? If not, why not? And what can I do? And for you to do that, you got to get more aggressive in your volumes. Approach new target markets, new geographies if it's required. Add new resellers, because each reseller will come with their own network of clients. Get more aggressive, be more proactive rather than being worried. That is the solution for anyone to make up for the loss in the spend per customer by increasing the volume in terms of the number of customers that they are bagging for their business. So that would be my answer for you, Pallavi. Go out there, get more proactive, get more consistent in your marketing and sales effort, reach out to more people in new geographies. Target new customer segments. If you're selling bedsheets, start targeting customer segments for selling bedsheets, specially designed for children. I don't know, play with your product, but reach out to more people. That is the key. Appoint more new resellers. Be proactive. Don't be worried. Every worry can get killed if you are proactive in your action. So make sure you are proactive. With that, let's move on to the third question for this week's Get Real with Rajiv. The third question is from Rituraj Shukla. And he asks, I have prepared an educational product, and when I try to sell, I get responses like, you're just 18, how can I trust you? How can I give you money? So your question is, how should I handle this? Well, Rituraj, I started as an 18-year-old in the training and coaching business. Now, if you ask me, was I the most capable, competent, credible trainer and coach when I was 18 years old? I was not. And very soon I accepted that. I didn't fight it when someone told me you're just 18 years old. Initially, it frustrated me, so I empathize with the frustration you have. But then soon I understood and realized one thing, that people's objection is valid. If I'm an 18-year-old trying to offer an educational product, obviously people would have a question mark on my credibility, on my content, and on my capability. And the only way to erase that question is by serving people. Which means when you're young and you have an educational product, start by offering it to people for free. Do one-to-one coaching sessions for free. Why am I saying serve people? Why am I saying do stuff for free initially? For two reasons. For the first reason is that you get practice. Second reason is you get an opportunity to test your content and its impact, and you create success stories when you do one-to-one coaching. Before even you start selling seminars, webinars, and this is for any aspiring trainer or coach or recently started trainer or coach. I'm seeing a lot of trainers and coaches just floating webinars and floating digital products. Now, hey, that's great. But if you are just getting started, you need to start with one-to-one coaching. And you need to start by doing one-to-one coaching, even if it is for no cost or low cost. Do it to build your own track record, to get practice, and more so to create a proven result for your target audience. Once you have success stories with tangible impact in whatever form of education you're giving, in whatever topic that you're covering, once you have success stories with results of your participants, there's no bigger proof of credibility than that. Then you start selling what you're doing. So start with serving, then move to selling. That is what I would do, Rituraj. So go out there and serve, my friend, and don't expect this industry to give you overnight success. Don't expect yourself to get quick returns. A lot of people become trainers and coaches thinking, oh, hot business, you get paid to talk. No, you get paid to produce results for people. So start at the ground level, do it, prove it to yourself that what you're giving is substance that will make a difference to people's lives. Once you have tangible results, market those results. Don't market yourself. Don't market your program. Market the results you've produced for people, and then start charging, and then slowly start scaling up your pricing, your brand value. As it grows, your income will also grow, your impact will also grow, and your influence will also grow. So it's a journey, my friend, and I'm so glad you're starting young, but you got to test yourself. You got to put yourself through that fire by producing results for people. It's not just good enough to have a product in place. You got to have results that talk for the work that you have. I hope that makes sense, my friend. With that, let's move to the fourth question of this week. The fourth question is from Sneha Kumar. And she asks, I'm very passionate about digital marketing and currently working in an agency. I have 3 years work experience, but I believe I'll make more money if I start an agency myself. Is 3 years enough? I'm confused. Well, Sneha, let me tell you this. Whether you work for 3 years or 30 years, entrepreneurship is a totally different ball game in comparison to employment. Now, from a domain point of view, probably 3 years may be enough that you have domain knowledge. You understand digital marketing. You understand what it takes to create campaigns, paid ads, targeted marketing, content. You may understand the domain side of the business. So that domain knowledge may be enough. But to be successful in a business, you need business knowledge. And the only way to gain business knowledge is to get started with a business, allow yourself to fail, find mentors, acquire functional business knowledge like how to market your business, how to sell your business, how to manage your team. Because managing an agency is a totally different ball game than being in an agency. Okay, selling your services, customer relationship management. These are things that you need to learn, and the only way to learn is start, screw it up, and then find mentors to help you solve the problems that you've encountered. So my answer to you would be, Sneha, leave the shore, only then you can sail the ocean. Definitely get started if you are passionate about building a digital marketing agency. But if your reason is, I will make more money by starting an agency by myself, that's a myth and a misconception. You will not make more money immediately. You will make more money once you have mastered the business side of things. So it's never too early to start. It's never too late to start. The right time to start is now. If your family is dependent on your income for their livelihood and you need stable income, then probably build your reserves before you take the jump into entrepreneurship full time. But if your family is well set and their livelihood does not depend on your income, and you can go without an income as an entrepreneur for 6 months to a year, only then take the jump. I'm just trying to cover as many angles for you, Sneha, so that you make an informed decision. So in summary, here's what you need to understand. 3 years is good enough to have domain knowledge. You need to build business knowledge. Business knowledge comes only when you start, you do it, you fail at it, you find mentors, you get solutions to your problems, and you evolve through your experiences, and you evolve with the support of experts. So that's the only way. So that's why you should start, and start only if you have the financial reserves to support your family, and don't expect yourself to make money immediately. If you're prepared to go through that journey of not making money immediately, of failing, only then get started, because I don't want you to start with a misconception that today if I start, tomorrow I will start making money. If you do, that's great, but you always got to be prepared for the worst so that the best happens to you in business. With that, we come to the end of episode number 43 of Get Real with Rajiv, and now is the time for us to pick the best question for the week. And I'm going to pick question number 1, which was asked by Ravindra Singh, on how to handle employees that have been with you for a very, very long time and are reluctant to change. I think that was a very, very important and relevant question for so many entrepreneurs. So thank you, Ravindra Singh, for asking that question. My team is going to reach out to you, and make sure you get a copy of my book, Lead or Bleed, for asking the question of the week in episode number 43 of Get Real with Rajiv. And for those of you who are watching and you found this series valuable, you know what I ask you to do every single week. You need to type out your questions for the next episode in the comment section below, and you need to share this video with as many people as you can. Share it on your Facebook wall, share it on Instagram stories, share it on LinkedIn, share it on WhatsApp, share it anywhere that you can share it, because we need more entrepreneurs to receive this knowledge. With that, this is Rajiv Talreja signing off. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode.